The way my brain just went blank, I was weak and I caved and I bought it, okay? Just hope and pray for a miracle. Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Karina, and today I'm going to be sharing my June TBR. So June is a very fun month because some of my besties are hosting a readathon that takes place all month long, and I will be talking about that in just a second. But the first book I want to talk about on the TBR is the SWOONY Readers Book Club pick that I host with three of my best friends: Nikki from Nikki's Bookish Coven, Dana from Dana Ella, and KAYLANI from KAYLANI Simply Me. And our June book club pick is Serpentine Valentine by Gianna Darling. All I know about this one is that it is a Medusa retelling with a sapphic romance, and it has dark academia vibes, so I'm very intrigued to see how this read goes. If I enjoy this one, then I'll be more inclined to pick up her other series. I'm very excited to give this one a try. If you'd like to join us, I'll leave the Instagram down below so you can check it out and find all the information regarding the discussion and the sprints, so I hope you can join us. Now I am going to be pulling my TBR jar pick. Hopefully luck is on our side again. All right, so there's so many options that it's it's scary. Oh gosh, we have a little one. Oh, okay. The Whispering Dark is what we got. TBR jar that holds my book box books in there that I've gotten throughout time. And the book that was selected, The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. So the little blurb says, Delaney always talked to the dark, but now the dark talks back. Ooh, this is in university, which is good because I thought it was YA. Looks like there is a forbidden partnership at play, so very interested to see how this goes. Hopefully this is a hit. Now my neighbor's needing their mom. Not my neighbors needing their lawn mowed right now. That's great. So sorry if the angle changed. I had to take a little brief intermission since I did talk about the SWOONY pick and did my TBR jar pick. Now I can go ahead and get into the very exciting Thrills and Chills readathon. So my besties Dana and Nikki host the Thrills and Chills book club, and in June they are hosting a fun camp themed readathon that takes place from the 1st through the 30th. Camps are just so fun and centered around camp, a fun summertime activity. Let's just go ahead and get into it. The first prompt on the Camp Nightmare bingo board is Cabin Buddies, which is a buddy read, and for that I'm going to be using the Thrills and Chills book for the month of June, and that is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. The only thing I know about it is that it takes place at a summer camp. A young woman returns to her childhood summer camp to uncover the truth about a tragedy that happened there 15 years ago. Yeah, this is the last Riley Sager book that I have to read on his backlist. When I know this is quite a few of my friends' favorites from Riley Sager, so I'm excited to kind of see where I would rank this among his work. I'll link the Instagram down below as well as both Nikki and Dana's announcements so you can get acquainted with the prompts and the bingo board, but I will also link the Google Doc as well so you can peruse and form a TBR for yourself. The second prompt on the board is Canteen, which is a summertime beverage, so it's a non-bookish prompt. It allows you to kind of curate it to your liking and to your needs, and I will be drinking lots of water during June, so that's going to be my summertime beverage. The third prompt is Nature Walk, which is a book featuring nature on the cover, and for this prompt, I'm going to be using War of the Wilds by Annalise Brana. I'm excited to get to this one. A library with a deadly enchantment, a Fey Lord who wants in, a human woman willing to risk it all for a taste of power. A few of my besties are planning on picking this up in June as well, so I'm hoping that it's a success for all of us. Next on the bingo board is First Time Campers, which is a YA or young adult book. And for this, I am picking up I Kissed Cheryl Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I have only ever read Red, White, and Royal Blue by the author and have yet to pick up any of their other works. And because it's Pride Month, I know this is a sapphic relationship as well, and this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and it's just so stinking cute. Look at the spine. I have to show you the naked hardcover because just look at this. It is adorable, and It even has cutie end pages. The little tagline on the front says, "To get the girl, first you have to find her." Very excited to pick up another Case McQuiston, and hopefully I adore it. The last prompt in the first row of the bingo board is campfire stories. So any book containing urban legends or surrounding urban legends, things of that nature. And for this one, I'm going to pick up The Northwind by Alexandria Warwick. This is about a mortal woman, an aegis god, a union that will save the world or destroy it. And I picked this because it is inspired by Beauty and the Beast and Hades and Persephone, so I'm interested to see how those two ideas converge, and myth and legend is synonymous, so that's kind of how I chose this for this prompt. I know a few of my besties are about to reading this as well, so I hope this is a good pick for us. Okay, so coming down to the second row, the first prompt is Bonfire Night, which is any book with red on the cover, and for that I'm going to be smart because I'm doing a read along with a few of my besties. I know I talk about my best friends a lot, but we read a lot of the same books. I'm going to be smart and choose a series continuation that I know I'm going to read. And for this one, I'm going to be picking up Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This one, she's long and she's 800 pages. Yep. This very much has lots of red on the cover. I also actually really love the kind of sunset color palette here. It's stunning, but I've been enjoying the series read through so far, and I'm just excited to see what else transpires because I know things are taking a darker turn, so very intrigued to see what happens in this installment. The next prompt is Camp Counselor, which features person of authority in some way, shape, or form, and for that I'm going to be choosing Serpentine Valentine because this takes place at a university and there is a professor involved in some fashion, so that is going to be my book for this prompt. So the next prompt is a non-bookish prompt. It is Drama Night, which has anything to do with true crime. So if you want to read a true crime book, watch a true crime documentary, they are big podcast listeners, so that will count as well. A lot of books have a podcast element that follows a true crime within that story, so that could also work. So you kind of just want to fit these prompts and make it work for you. For the next prompt of Mess Hall, which is food on the cover, I'm going to be using The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. And I know this one features a sapphic relationship, supposed to be very cottagecore, cozy vibes, cozy fantasy. I'm excited to be picking that up in June. The next prompt for campfire songs is to use an ambiance while you read, or maybe just have in the background while you're doing your day-to-day activities. I'm someone that has an ambiance playing 99% of the time I'm reading, so this will be an easy one for me to check off. I have a whole regular ambiance playlist and then fall and spooky vibes, so I'm probably going to be utilizing the spooky vibe playlist this month. The next prompt is morning announcements, which is to listen to an audiobook, and I could choose any number of the ones I have planned, but for this prompt specifically, I'm going to be sliding in the Book of Ezreal. Hopefully, I know it's so shiny, so hopefully you guys can see it okay. But this one is by Amber Nicole. This is a fantasy romance, an enemies to lovers. I believe it is female main character's revenge story arc throughout the series, so I'm excited to pick this up. I've heard amazing things about it, so I'm just ready to dive in and see what all the hype is about. The next prompt on the board is to do a scavenger hunt in order to find the book for this specific prompt, and I'm not going to be doing that right now. I'm going to be doing that in a vlog specifically for the scavenger hunt and the book, so stay tuned for that. But you can find the instructions for the scavenger hunt in the Google Doc down below, so you can check it out and give it a try. Okay, so now we came upon the free space. Now the free space, I am going to be slotting in a book. I know you don't need to, but I am going to be putting The Housemaid's Secret into this box because that is one that I do plan on reading, so why not fit it onto the board in some way, shape, or form. This is the second book in the Housemaid series, and I was very intrigued by how that ended, so I'm very much looking forward to this. Now this is the read along that my friend Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia is doing for the summer months, and she does a round of sprints and a live show for each book, So I will go ahead and leave her channel down below so that you can follow her and her Instagram for any details regarding those. So the next prompt on the board is remote location, and for this I'm going to be picking up The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I have yet to read a Lucy Foley book,
and I'm going to start here because I've had it for
far too long and still haven't read it. Now, this follows a wedding that happens on a remote island off the coast of Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it says an exclusive wedding on a remote Irish island. The bride, the plus one, the best man, the wedding planner, the bridesmaid. All have a secret, all have a motive, but only one is a murderer. I'm excited to check this out and give this a go. This is probably going to be one of the first books I pick up in June, so I'm excited. Hopefully it gives me a little spook is what I'm hoping. Next up is the prompt Stargazing, which is a book featuring the night sky on the cover, and for this prompt I'm going to be choosing Silver Under Nightfall by Rin Chupeco. I mean, first off, look how stunning. Look how stunning. She's stunning. Very gorgeous, beautiful. In Illumicrate special edition. I was weak and I caved and I bought it. Okay. I know this has vampires in it. I think a poly relationship as well. But yeah, I'm very excited to be picking this up. And as you can see, there's moons on the cover, so I'm counting it. Okay, thank you. So the next prompt is Ghost Stories or a Paranormal book. And for this prompt, I'm going to be using Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too by Jomny Sun. Or Jomny Soon. This is a graphic novel. Oh my gosh, I have a bookmark in there. Like, it's just such a cute little book. Like, how I can show this to you. That was probably hella awkward. So sorry, but I'm excited about this. I'm also going to be using this as my buzzword. The buzzword for the month is to use repeating words, and as you can see, alien is in here twice. So yeah, I'm excited to be having some easier reads to get through with this big old chunky stack, and I've heard such good things, so I'm hoping I can cry at the cuteness of this one. For the next prompt, tie-dye, which is your favorite color on the cover. I am going to be using Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman. It very much has lots of purple on here, and oh my gosh, look at the back. Look how cute. Yeah, there's lots of purple on here. Did I read Volume 3, you ask? No. So that's why I'm going to be having to read Volumes 3 and 4 to fulfill this prompt. Because I also do love green, so it works. It works very well. But yeah, I've just been really enjoying the graphic novel series, and it's just so heartwarming, and it does have the queer rep, so it's even more perfect to pick up in June. And I'm just ready to be back with my little baby. I will protect Charlie Spring at all costs. So yeah, a 2-for-1. You know, we're making our way through these series, right? We're making our way. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Let me take a second to breathe. So the next prompt brings us to Cabin Carnival, and for this, it's funny because both of my besties have a love for carnivals. If you're curious to hear or know what kind of brought this specific prompt about, I need you to read No Place to Hide by Harper Ashley and Ren Hawthorne, and thank us later, okay? That is a little novella, a dark, spicy novella at that, and it was a good time. I am also on Team Carney, and if you want something to pick up that is quick, spicy, and on Kindle Unlimited, go ahead and pick that up because it's so much fun. However, the book I'm going to be picking up for this prompt is Carval by Stephanie Garber. I have yet to read a Stephanie Garber, and I want to read her newer series, but I know it's set in the same world and has a character from this series, so I'm gonna start at ground level with her work, okay? It says, remember, it's only a game. And you know, I just know this follows two sisters, a legendary competition, a mesmerizing romance, an unbreakable bond between two sisters. Very excited to finally jump on the bandwagon with Stephanie Garber and check out her books. And hopefully this is a win, because I'm just excited to see what all the hype's about, and hopefully I am on Team W, you know? So the next prompt is a non-bookish prompt again, and it's s'mores. So it's open to interpretation, of course. Just indulge in a summertime treat, or treat your shelves. So the next prompt on the board brings us to Summer Love, which is a romantic suspense novel. And for this one, I am choosing a book that I'm going to get on Kindle Unlimited. Here's the real story. I'm reading it on Kindle Unlimited now because I have a pre-order of a special edition coming out in July. So I need to read this in order to know if I'm going to keep that pre-order or if I'm going to cancel it. Right. You're following me. You understand what I'm getting at, right? Okay. So the book I'm choosing is Pen Pal by J.T. Gessinger. I've not read any of their books, so I wouldn't know how to say their name. So this is a dark romance, of course. I'm going to read the Goodreads synopsis because I don't know a thing about it. This is the first letter arrived the day my husband was buried. Whoa, I'm already in. Okay, you already got me. Say less. But I'm going to give you more. It was postmarked from the state penitentiary and contained a single sentence. I'll wait forever if I have to. It was signed by Dante, a man I didn't know. Out of simple curiosity, I wrote back to ask him what exactly he was waiting for. His reply? You. Ah! You know what? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there because I'm already in, so that's all I need. And that's all you're going to get from me, unless you want to check it out on Goodreads. But I'm interested to see how I like this and how I like this author's work because this will be my first book from them, and I know they're very popular and hyped, so I'm excited to finally dive in. The next prompt on the board is a non-bookish prompt, and that is field day, and that is basically to do any summer-like activity. I think reading is a great summer activity, so I'm already checking that off the list. All right, the next prompt is relay race, and that is a book featuring a dual timeline. For this, I'm very excited because I've only read one book from this author, have been needing to continue on for far too long, and that book is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I've only read Beach Read. I know she has many more books that have been released, but I'm kind of want to read them in publication order, so this is next on the list. Two Best Friends, 10 Summer Trips, One Last Chance to Fall in Love. Yeah, I'm very excited to check this out and see how much I like this one and continue on the Emily Henry journey. The next prompt is Day on the Lake, and that is a book that has water on the cover. For this, I'm going to be picking All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham, and this very much has water on the cover. This is on my 24 books to read in 2024, so I'm very excited to pick up another thriller during this fun thriller readathon, and I just hope I enjoy it. The second to the last prompt on the bingo board. Why is this a tongue twister? There's no reason for that. Okay, so the second to the last prompt on the bingo board is Two Truths and a Lie, which is a unreliable narrator. And for this, I'm finally going to be picking up All Systems Red, which is book 1 in the Murderbot Diary. I just hope it's a good one because I know this is more of like a sci-fi, so it's kind of nice to have a little bit of variety among my massive TBR. So yeah, I'm just excited to be starting the series and kind of getting into this world of a robot that just wants to be a couch potato because I can relate. All right, friends, we are at the last prompt on the board, and that is for friendship bracelets, and that just means a book featuring a friend group. Now, the book I chose, I don't know if they will become friends in the end, but I will be reading it to find out. The book I chose is Five Broken Blades by Mai Cortland. But this just sounds so fun. And on the back it says, let the best liar win. It's basically 5 unlikely allies. They're all mysteriously summoned to work together for a single objective, to kill the God King June. So they basically have to team up and try to accomplish this mission to kill the king. And it sounds like they have to find a way to trust each other to survive. And, you know, whatever it is, I'm on board. I'm here. I know a few of my besties are trying to buddy read this, so I'm hoping we can get to it and just have a good time. Because that wasn't enough books for me. Did you count how many that was? Because I lost count. There are a few other hopefuls that I want to be picking up in the month of June, so I'm just going to quick go over those. Just hope and pray for a miracle. Okay, and just hope and pray for a miracle. In the month of May, my romance book club, the SWOONY Readers, we did read the entire Twisted series. For the host, it was all a reread, and that just made me excited to jump back into the Kings of Sin series. I've only read King of Wrath, but guess what? I'm going to be rereading it so that I can continue on the series. I just remember it's a marriage of convenience. We did see these two main characters in the Twisted series, so I'm excited to be back into their POV. I remember Dante. He's got a mouth on him. So I'm excited to be back in this world and just get more Anna Wong in my life because she can write a book. Okay, she can write some spice and she can write complex, diverse characters. So excited to be jumping back into this world. Another one I want to pick up is A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. Don't know what it's about, of course. So it says, captured by a king of darkness, forced to find the light within. I know this was published as an indie book, but it was so popular it got picked up. So how amazing. So that means it's good. It's gotta be good. But I'm excited to be hopefully picking this up because I do know the sequel's out, so I won't have to wait if there's a cliffhanger at the end, you know? So the last book I'm going to talk about is the end to a series that I absolutely adore, and I'm just hoping I can pick it up in June because I don't want it to end, but I also want to see how this character's story plays out. But the book I'm talking about is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. You guys, this is the end of the freaking Chestnut Spring series. It's not ready. I'm not ready to let these characters go. I'm not ready to let the world go, but I just need more Elsie. I need more Elsie in my life. It's too short other than follows Beau, and he's a tortured hero. And I'm not ready for the series to end, but I gotta read it. You know, I got to. Well, you guys, that was, again, a long, chaotic, crazy, massive TBR. Welcome to the land of eternal possibilities. There are so many books to look forward to this coming month, and I'm just so excited. I'm excited for the readathon. I'm excited for this massive pile of books, even though at the beginning of the year, I was telling myself that I'm going to make smaller TBRs for less stress, and here we are in June. And I'm just so ready to be at Camp Nightmare with all of my besties in the community. It's gonna be so much fun. Make sure you check out Dana and Nikki's video down below so you can get all the details and know the ins and outs of Camp Nightmare. If you made it this far in the video and you want to let me know, feel free to leave any of the blade emojis down below for 5 broken blades. And I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching and spending some time with me. I hope June brings you so many new favorites, so many 5 stars. I'm sending you all the good reading vibes. I hope you have a lovely day, afternoon, or night, whatever time of day you are watching this. And I will see you again soon in another video. Until next time.